And yo, peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece coming back to you one more again, one more time, one more for you, you know what I'm saying, for the mind, you dig? Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this page, man. I've been thankful, been blessed by all the people that's responding, all the things and all the love that we getting and all the like that we receiving, you know what I'm saying? Like, love, subscribe, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, now, anyway, today we're going to talk about change, man. It's an easy word to say, but it's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean? We can change. The word change is so easy to be able to say and apply it to a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? Like you could change your clothes and it's that fast. You can change, man, just a multitude of things you can change. You know what I'm saying? You can change the way that your house look. You can change the way that your way of picking your kids up or your route to school or any of those type of things. But the hardest change, and when they say change, they're talking about the change that's inside of you. You know what I'm saying? That's the hardest thing to do because we live in this microwave society where we want it like this, like this, like this. We think if we put on a new pair of clothes or we change our style up of how we dress, I can grow a beard and I can grow dreads, and now, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking different, so there's a change. But if there's no change going on within, on the inside, there's really no change. You're just putting on a costume. All these things are just costume, and everybody's just trying to be able to hide behind something. You know what I'm saying? That's the change I'm talking about. I'm trying to get to that change that's going to take time. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to be able to build who you want to be. It's like building a house up from the ground. You got to go get the blueprints. You know what I mean? You get together, you get with the architect, you draw out the blueprints. You got to get that together. Then you got to get the foundation. Everything has to have a foundation. That starts with that root chakra, that red chakra that's inside of there. That's what we got to be able to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rooted down into the ground. That's that foundation. And then, you know, as you build and you're going through this life, man, there's going to be things that you're going to be able to see. You're going to be like, oh, dang, that doesn't go to the blueprint. So you can write up a bunch of different things, but once you start building, then you'll start being able to see, no, I need to take this out, I need to put this in, I need to do this, I need to do this and do this and do this in order to get to that perfect place of love and understanding and being able to really know what change is. That's when change is taking place. When you are starting to be able to see a change in your attitude, a change in the way that you treat people, a change in the way that your overall being about how you feel about waking up in the morning, your overall change will come when you start feeling a certain way about yourself inside, not outside. You can't. It's things just that's in this world, and don't get it twisted. We know that we all need money. Money is spiritual. It's a way to be able to get to more and more spirituality, things that you need inside of your life, because we are living in this hellhole where you need money to be able to survive, because you can manifest the things that you need to be able to do, go on trips, do these different type of things. You need that. But understand that in order to be able to have that and be able to get to that place, that you have to be willing to change. Otherwise, that money that you get, it won't be a blessing, it will be a lesson, because you will still have to learn things. The problem with this world is that people think that they can escape their problems or they can escape their lessons. You can't escape your lessons. You can't get past them. No matter how you do it, you're going to have to come back and do it. Even if you have to get $1 million and go broke and then figure it out, you're going to have to figure this lesson out. You can't get past it in order to be able to go up to the next level. And that's the type of change that you want to be able to progress into yourself every day of living and learning. You know what I mean? This is the change that we want to be able to implement inside of us. If we're not being able to do that, then what are we really doing? We are wasting time trying to be able to live a life that is not even real. It's unfathomable. We can't. I'm going to say this, you know, you can, if buying a new pair of jeans or buying something else, all it can make you do is feel good about yourself. It can only make you feel good about your outside. It can't make you feel good on the inside. I feel good about myself because I'm able to see myself for who I am and what I was. You know, I can understand that I was not perfect. I've been a cheater. I've been a liar. I've been deceiving. I've been everything under this earth, and I'm able to accept that, and I'm able to move on from it, and I'm able to speak about it. I'm not hearing my ego saying that I didn't do this. I know I've mistreated people wrong. I know I've mistreated women wrong. I know I've mistreated myself wrong. And that's the overall love when you get to that place of change, that I was more than just hurting people. I was hurting me. I was hurting me, hurting people. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that you got to be able to learn and be able to understand. You can't think that you can forgive. You can forgive people for you. That's the only thing that you can do. Only thing I can do is play my part. You know what I'm saying? I can only to try to be able to forgive for the part that I play. So if I say something wrong to you, or if I miswrong you, if I mistreated you, in your opinion, I did something wrong. So I have to be responsible for the part that I feel like I played in it. Now, whatever your perception of that is after that it's totally up to you, because I have to just be responsible for my part. All I can do is be like, hey, let me apologize for my part. And that's it. Now, if you want to be able to take it and be like, well, you did this and you did this and you did this, now that's up to you to be able to deal with, because now that's your perception. And one thing that you can't do in this life, in order to be able to change, you can't let other people's perceptions be your reality. It's about being able to take the ego out of it, also being able to listen, and being able to take the ego out of it, being able to listen. But people have to be able to receive, because see, on the receiving side, you know, you got people sometimes that'll just be like, you can go to them and be like, you know what, you're right. And they'll be like, oh no, they're still trying to place their case of why they're right. But you're saying, you know what, you are right. Because in your reality, you are right. There is no right or wrong. You are right. And I can disagree with the way that you see it, but I can also agree that you are right, because the way that you see it is only meant for you. It's not meant for me. And most people can't accept that, because they can't accept the change. They can't accept change within themselves. You have to be able to accept that change inside of yourself, to be able to remove your ego out of things and remove everything that doesn't have anything to do with you out of it, or meaning your ego outside of it, about the way you felt about what somebody did to you, the way they did this, the way they did this, the way this and this and this. That doesn't have anything to do with nothing. All that's going to do is force you to be able to come back and have to deal with those problems, because no matter what you do, you're trying to sit around here and point the finger at everybody else and trying to be able to change everybody else, but you're taking that energy that you could be using towards pointing at everybody else, you could be using it towards yourself. It's no point of this. You know what I'm saying? And even the change starts with you, not with anybody else. And you can't change anybody. Not mother, not father, not kids, not cousins, not brothers, not friends, not anybody. Change starts with you. Excuse me. So, if you're not willing to put in the work and put in the hard effort to be able to get to where you need to be at, that's totally up to you. You don't want change. You want microwave change. You want to be able to change for the moment. Change takes time. It takes sacrifice. It takes things that people don't want to do. Dealing with yourself is a full-time job. Just like you work at your job every day, dealing with yourself is a job every day. If you're not acknowledging yourself every day, then there's something wrong. What are you doing every day to be able to try to change you? What are you doing every day to be able to try to change? Once you get off work and you like, man, you know what, man, I'm going to just go to the crib and go and play some video games, get on Facebook and just relax and this and this and this. Okay. You just gave 8 hours of your life to somebody else. Matter of fact, you gave 10 hours because, you know what, you got ready to go to work for about 2 hours or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you gave 10 hours of your life to somebody else, right? It's 24 hours in a day. Matter of fact, you probably gave 12 hours of your life because you got to drive home, you got to go on lunch, do all these different type of things. So you give 12 hours of your day to somebody else, and you got 8 hours of sleep. So that's 20 hours, and you got 4 hours left and 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with those extra 4 hours of the day? What are you doing? What are you doing to be able to try to make a better you? What changes are you implementing inside of yourself? You're changing everything around you. Yeah, you got a promotion at work, or yeah, you got a new pair of clothes, or you don't have to worry about your bills anymore, and now you're good. But what kind of change are you doing within you? How are you going to give yourself a raise? When are you going to give you a raise? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about everything that got to do with your job. You don't even have a life. You don't even know who you are. How do you deal with you? How do you have a conversation with somebody about what it is that you're going through when you don't even know what you're going through? You don't know you. You're actually a tenant inside of your own home. Meaning you're a tenant. You don't even own who you are. You're renting your insides out. You're renting. When are you going to take home ownership of your own home? When are you going to do that? You got to stop with the excuses. You got to stop with all these things about what you're not going to do or what you can't do and all these different type of things. There is no growth in that. There's only regression. Only thing you'll do is keep on doing the same things over and over again. If you keep on making excuses for yourself, you're going to keep on doing the same things. That means you're not changing. You're not figuring this out. You want something already made for you, and you want somebody to do all the work for you, but you don't want to do any work. There's no change in you doing no work. Change comes when you're doing work, and work means that you're outside, you're walking with yourself, you're talking with yourself. They used to say that you were crazy for talking to yourself. I think you're crazy because you don't talk to yourself. If you don't talk to yourself, I talk to myself and I answer. Me and my higher self are on a whole different type of consciousness. I absolutely talk to myself and I answer. I think it's something wrong that you don't answer. Somebody's knocking on your door and it's you. But you're not even answering the door. You're just letting the doorbell ring and you on autopilot. Everything you do is on autopilot. Think about it. You go to work, you already know what type of jobs you're doing. You take the same route every day. You do the same, take the same route going home. You go and pick your kids up the same way. You eat the same foods. You don't do anything different to be able to challenge yourself. Start with something simple. Eat a new food a week. Do something different. That's when change can be able to come, because then now you're changing your mind. You know, the best thing, I always try to push this vegan, man. Being vegan, no meats, no dairies, none of that stuff. I try to push that type of stuff because, you know, the best thing about it is that you're able to read. You're able to read and you're able to do something different. You're able to think outside of the box, and it keeps your mind going. The moment, you know, the mind has to keep going. If you let the mind go dormant, the mind dies and it just starts being on autopilot. You're doing the same thing. Wake up, go to work, go to sleep, get money, die. Check out the video, The Loop, while you're here too. You know what I'm saying? That's my video. It's up in my videos and my playlist. Check it out. It's The Loop. It's the same thing that everybody is doing. They wake up, go to work, go to sleep, get money, and die. Same things over and over and over again. There's never any change inside of it. It's all just based upon what they think they should be doing, not upon what they feel that they should be doing. As a matter of fact, they don't even know what they're feeling, because like I said, you're just a tenant inside of yourself. You're a tenant. You haven't even grasped the concept of being able to have home ownership of yourself. You don't own you. Think about it for a minute. Just think about it. Are you doing the same things that you were doing 10 years ago and talking about you can't wait to this time, or you can't get this money until this time? We're about to manifest these blessings, and you're going to be able to watch it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to grow this page crazy, million subscribers, all that different type of stuff. It's not because I'm asking anybody to do anything. It's because I'm getting up and I'm changing my situation. I want change with my situation, so I get up and I make it happen. Change starts within. It doesn't start without. You have to be without to go within. That's bars. Like, that's for real though. You have to be without to go within, because being without allows you to be able to start looking at yourself way more than you could ever look at yourself when you got so many distractions. You know what I'm saying? I think the best thing about being down or being at a place where you can just absolutely only be humble, be thankful, burning karma, because you have to be able to burn karma, being thankful for people, being able to learn how to appreciate people, learning how to be able to do different things. I think the best thing about that is that when you're able to increase your finances and increase your lifestyle and increase all these different type of things, you learn how to be more responsible, and you're way more thankful and you're more humble, because you have to go through things in order to be able to appreciate things. You know, I think it's just some of us in this lifetime that have to be able to burn some karma, and that's the change. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to do it. We can't run around this thing. It's an everyday process, and it's a marathon. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Yep. So, with that being said, man, change yourself. Think of something that you could be able to do once a week, and then move it on. After you do it once a week for about a week or two, move on to 2 things, even if it's something to eat, working out, changing your way to work, your route to work, changing the, just anything. Do one thing a week to be able to start implementing change inside of your life. Try a new food, you know, get a new haircut, do a new hairdo. Be wild, live on the edge, learn what you like, learn what you don't like, learn yourself. Don't be scared to learn you, because if you're scared to learn you, then imagine how it is for other people to try to get to love you or learn you too. It's hard. You gotta change you for the best you. Alright? Hey yo, once again, make sure you subscribe, like the videos, love it, you know what I'm saying? It's the boy Jarmel Reece. Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece.
Self, the higher self. All this rope talk, beefing over knowledge, us against us, intellectual warfare, false prophets.